And now, Sportsline Friday Night.
Welcome to Sportsline Friday Night on this penultimate weekend of the high school football regular season. I'm Eric Moon. We have a lot to get to, so we'll jump right into it with 5A high country action as Cole Sams leads us off.
The Highland Rams were riding high coming into Friday night after last week's crazy comeback against Rigby. Tonight, they would have a tough challenge, facing off with the Madison Bobcats in Rexburg. The student sections are ready for a show, and Drew Hymas would put one on. He throws a dime to Ridge Barella along the sidelines, who waltzes in for the touchdown. Madison trying to respond on the next possession, but the Bobcats would fumble the football, giving the ball back to the Rams, and Hymas would take advantage. Showing off the speed down the field, going 60 yards all the way to the house. The Rams are rolling in this one. Ben Dredge launches it deep downfield, and the pass is broken up by Kai Cowell. What a play by the sophomore. And as Highland would go on to win this one, 28-22. While Highland got to celebrate last week, the Rigby Trojans went home devastated. But it's a brand new week, and the Trojans had the chance to bounce back against Thunder Ridge. Rigby went into halftime up by 2 scores, and they were looking for more. Peyton Klinger takes it right up the gut for an easy touchdown to extend the Trojan lead. Looking for more? Luke Flowers is going deep and hits Brady Packer right in stride for another touchdown. The Titans, though, would strike back. Taven Oswald finds a leaping Ryan Johnson to put some points on the board for Thunder Ridge. Sam Gamino is going to take this carry down the sideline, fighting for extra yards, and gets tackled inside the red zone. Later in the drive, Rigby would hammer it in from a few yards out, helping give the Trojans a 41-14 victory over the Titans. The Highland win over Madison is huge because the Rams are in prime position to win the conference and make the playoffs. At least 2 teams make the playoffs from the 5A high country, so those positions are still up for grabs.
And that Rigby-Madison game will be huge next week. Moving over to the 4A high country, it is Skyline at the top at a perfect 3-0 in conference play. The Grizz tried to stay perfect in the high country against Bonneville. But the Bees were thinking upset. They led 10-0 after 1. The Grizz, though, woke up in the second. On third down, Lachlan Hackey heaves it down the sideline for a Bronze Silverio. A 30-yard gain and a first down for Skyline. Later in the drive, on 4th and goal, Kenyon Sadiq reaches across the goal line for the score. It is 10-7 Bees. After Bonneville's next drive stalls, the Grizz had to settle for a field goal. 10-10 is the score at the half. Fast forward to the final minute. Bees up 16-13. Last chance. Hackey is picked. It is Jacob Perez sealing a ginormous win for the Bees. Bonneville pulls off the upset 16-13 over the back-to-back state champs.
Might be the upset of the year right there.
It might be for sure, Cole. Hillcrest and Shelley met tonight with a chance to keep their momentum rolling as well. Knights are coming off a win in the Civil War, and the Russets, of course, have won 4 straight games. Knights look to even the score with Shelley in the first quarter. Peyton King lobs a pass to Colt Penninger, and he's going to take this one all the way for a touchdown. And keeping the momentum going, Connor Payne makes the 2-point conversion. 8-7 Hillcrest leads. But the Russets don't take it lying down. On Hillcrest's next possession, King's pass is intercepted by Chance Wait here, which leads to the Russets taking back the lead with a field goal, and it's 10-8 Shelley right here. That ball up and good through the uprights. Hillcrest looks deep to retake the lead. King finds his man, Cole Penninger again. 35 yards for the score. 15-10 Knights at the half. Hillcrest wins it 22-10. In the final 4A high country battle of the night, Blackfoot and Idaho Falls faced off trying to take another step towards the playoffs. Both teams entered the contest 1-2 at conference play, so both needed a win. It was senior night for everybody at IF, the marching band, the cheerleaders, and of course the football team. But Blackfoot took control from the get-go. On 3rd and 10, Jackson Grimmett goes over the top for Caden Parsons here. Parsons has a lane and says adios to the Tiger defense. 7-0 Blackfoot on a long touchdown. After a Tiger 3-and-out, our athlete of the week, Javante King, shows off the moves for a big return, setting up Blackfoot inside the Idaho Falls 35-yard line as he fights through defenders. A few plays later on third down again, Grimmett finds Deacon Hale, and Hale takes care of business from there. Another touchdown for the Broncos. It was all Blackfoot tonight. Broncos win at 44-14. Some very significant and surprising results lead to this picture. With 1 week to play in a very tight 4A high country conference, top two teams make the playoffs automatically. Skyline and Shelley face off next week, but with 8 at-large spots up for grabs in 4A, there is a good chance for all 6 teams to potentially make the playoffs.
The SUGAR-SALEM Diggers keep on digging up the competition with a record of 6-0. They were looking to make it 7-0 tonight against Teton. It's senior night in SUGAR-SALEM, and the Diggers are hoping the night would end with a big win. The Diggers would get off to a big start after this toss from QB Daniel Neal to wide-open Tanner Hawks. The Diggers would score once again near their own 40-yard line. Neal drops back and finds the open Hawks to get the big gain, getting within the 15-yard line with the QB sneak to seal the deal, as Neal uses another score with another touchdown. Timberwolves need to put the points on the board, but after a 3-and-out, they need to punt, and the punt gets blocked with excellent field position, and it doesn't take long for the Diggers to score another touchdown. Diggers end the half up 35 points to the Timberwolves 0, and they would win big, 56-6. So with that win by SUGAR-SALEM, one game will decide the conference next week. SUGAR-SALEM and South Fremont face off in a huge rivalry game next Friday night in St. Anthony.
The place is going to be jumping for that one for sure. North Fremont and Firth pace the top of the Nuclear Conference, and tonight the Huskies seek revenge after the Cougars beat them in the state semifinals last year. First quarter, Huskies with the ball. They hand it off to Hank Richardson here. He doesn't have it for long, though. Cougars knock the ball out, and the big man, Wyatt Nelson, runs it nearly 70 yards the other way. Firth up 6-0 on a big man TD. Next drive, Huskies go to the air this time. They pass it up to Owen Reed. Firth this time, though, strips the ball again. Garrett Nelson recovers it. Another huge Cougars takeaway there. That sets up Firth inside the 5-yard line. Gage Vasquez has it from here. He'll run the ball in for the score. Huskies pick up the flag for the hard slam there. 2-point conversion was good, and Firth goes to halftime at 14-0. They would win it 28-0.
Well, after the break, we'll show you more of tonight's scores and our top plays of the week, which you do not want to miss. That's next on Sportsline Friday night.
For business ventures and high adventure. For hopes and dreams and opportunities that keep rising. For every good thing that grows and moments that take your breath away. For a future that's never felt brighter. For all the reasons you love Idaho, Zions Bank is for you.
It's the Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible subs. The most epic sandwich roster ever created. It's Subway's biggest refresh yet.
Hi, I'm Alan Browning with Browning Law, and I've been helping people in Idaho with their legal problems for over 39 years. And I've hired a great staff of associate attorneys with me, including Mr. Steve Carpenter and Mr. Dave Brown. If you hire us, we want to make sure that you get the best representation that we can give you. So if you've been injured in an accident or if you've been accused of a crime, call us at Browning Law, and we'll consider it an honor and a privilege to help you.
Where can you find meteorologist Michael Coates? It's simple. Weeknights at 5, 6, and 10 on Local News 8. You can also catch him where you get your news and pretty much everywhere else. Get your first alert from your weather guy on Local News 8.
Welcome back. To Water Springs we go with the Warriors hosting Rockland. Brigham Perman catches in the flats and is off to the races. He says, "Get off of me," to a Warrior defender on his way to the end zone. Water Springs is looking to respond, and Drew Plocker is going to get sacked. But wait, He throws it at the last second and falls right in the hands of Luke Matheson.
Is that Eli
What?
Manning?
I know, what a play. Teague Matthews rolls to his right, chucks it deep, and Gavin Perman is looking like Randy Moss with another grab for another Bulldog touchdown. Plucker is going to take this direct snap and breaks not one, not two, but 3 tackles on his way for 6. But it wouldn't be enough for WaterSprings, as Rockland takes this one 70-20.
Wow,
I still can't believe that.
Big win for Rockland there.
So that dominating win by Rockland puts the Bulldogs in the driver's seat to win the Rocky Mountain Conference. Rockland leads with 1 week to go and a home game next Friday against North Gem.
And you see the score here in 4A Southeast Idaho football. Pocatello takes down Preston 41-21. Tyson Beckles tallied the insurance touchdown for the Thunder. By the way, if you missed it at 6, we did a story on Tyson and his dad, ISU alum Emery Beckles. You can watch that in the sports section on our website at localnews8.com and in the app. Pocatello's win knocks Preston out of the race for a conference championship and an automatic playoff berth. Thunder and the Century Diamondbacks face off next Friday for the district title.
More scores. Snake River dominates American Falls tonight as the Panthers shut out the Beavers 42-0. So that clinches the 3A Southeast Idaho Conference for the Snake River Panthers. Snake River beat Marsh Valley last week and now tops American Falls to earn a berth to the playoffs. And Westside picks up a big win against a really good Aberdeen team, shutting down the Tigers 22-8. And Bear Lake takes control in Soda tonight, defeating the Cardinals 28-6. That means Bear Lake leads the 2A Southeast Idaho Conference at a 3-0 record. And Westside and Aberdeen now sit tied for second at 2-1.
Grace takes down 7C football by a whopping margin, 63-0 for a huge conference win. And in a non-conference matchup, Butte County gets a big win over Raft River, the second-ranked team, according to the media, in 1A Division II. That means next week's matchup between Grace and Butte County and Arco will decide the winner of the High Desert Conference. Now to our top plays of the week, and we had some incredible plays to choose from. We'll start with the state golf tournament. Madison's Ashton MacArthur entered the final round down 7 shots, but he completes the comeback with a great putt to win a state title. Nice job there.
I need to join the PGA Tour after that putt. We head to Thunder Stadium for Silver Roar and top play number 2. Anthem DAHLKE makes an NFL-like catch. That's 2 feet down and a touchdown for the Bonneville Bees.
At number 1, though, this week we have co-top plays, both from Wednesday's Teton SUGAR-SALEM Girls Soccer District Championship scoreless match. Grace Sugg makes an incredible save, leaping up to deflect that ball off the crossbar. That is the first play. And here's the second. Minutes later, Ilana Lopez strikes from deep for the game's only goal. Those 2 plays lead to a district title and a state tournament berth for the Timberwolves. Not just great plays, but great plays that get you all the way to states.
I know, like, you know that girl's not going to, she's going to remember that moment the rest of her life, like just hitting that game-winning goal to send this team to state. I mean, you can't get better than
Nothing, well, nothing like that you can ever forget, right?
Never.
Never. All right, that's all for us on this Sportsline Friday night. For Cole Sams, I'm Eric Moon. Thank you for stopping by, and we hope you have a great weekend. Good night. Oh!